rusty.
But we back.
Can you raise my headphones up just a little bit? Do you need to pull it?
Turn my headphones
because
up.
you're kind of at zero.
Yeah, I couldn't hear shit.
Can you hear us now?
Yeah, oh yeah, perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for joining us here on a beautiful Saturday night. Coors Lights are being popped. Get in there, Pat Lynch. You're two behind. I got Chris McGraw on the ones and the twos.
Pierre had the Saison. That 7%, he is flying.
Yeah.
Two.
I'm feeling okay.
Two Saisons at 7%. Dude, they were smooth as shit. It was not smart at all.
Did you guys go to PBRB or did you go somewhere else?
No, that's where we went. That's Pierre's favorite.
Thought you might change it up, go to the Illuminatis.
No. Part of me was like, when we told Pat we were going to the brewery, I was like, maybe Pat will just be like, hey, what brewery are you going to? I'll meet you guys there. And then you're just like, nah.
I'm good.
Nah, he's not going to have Katrina drive him anywhere.
Katrina already asked me to ask you guys to come pick me up, so I wasn't going to get it farther right away.
Take a 5-minute ticket to $5 Uber, you son of a bitch. Dude, it was good.
Find a scooter, baby. Scoot your ass scooter.
If they had bird scooters, I could use the last $3 I had left. I'd be more than happy to.
Yeah, you would have had to walk like a mile for that.
That's okay. That's okay. When they lock me out, I'm done.
It was tremendous. It was it was the smoothest Saison I've had in quite a while.
Is that the new beer?
I don't know. It's got to be because I've never seen a Saison there.
I think they came out with it maybe like in April, maybe March.
Shit beer?
No, I just spilled it over myself.
Nice. Saving it for later?
Something else.
Trying to get it on my couch.
Look like I peed myself.
This is why I can't have nice things, guys.
Thanks, guys.
I'll buy you a couch cushion.
Thank you.
I'm already Chris's maintenance guy in his apartment here.
Buttery smooth gave my key in and out of that lock now. It's much appreciated.
And I gave him some Doritos.
I heard that. Chris sent me the text. I'm like, where the Doritos at, Chris?
I came
here Thursday. I'm like, where are them Doritos, bro?
I came in Wednesday and I'm like, my key went in ultra smooth into these locks.
This sounds pretty homosexual, by the way.
It does.
I lubed it up real good for him.
And I get to my counter and I'm like, there's Flaming Hot Doritos. And I'm pretty sure I didn't have Flaming Hot Doritos. So I text Pat, I'm like, did you leave me a bag of chips and did you WD-40 my locks? She's like, yes, to both.
Well, I was sick of the lock because I felt like I was going to get my key stuck in there literally one day and not be able to leave.
Did you, you know what's funny? I read that. I thought it was your landlord. I thought it was pissed that you WD-40'd your locks.
No, it's Pat.
He's like, hey, why is it so easy to get into your apartment now? I like a challenge.
Real question. How were the Flaming Hot Doritos?
They were not bad, actually. They were pretty good. You know what it reminds me of? The baked Doritos, except they take the baked Doritos and then they put the Flaming Hot powder on it instead.
Chris got some generic Doritos in there, and those taste like the old baked ones.
I
miss the baked ones. I miss those so much.
They were not the baked. Those were probably my least favorite baked ones out of them all, but they were still pretty good.
I forget who got us the box of the expired baked. Do you remember that when we had it? We had the single serve ones.
Oh yes,
and we
had the ones that you get kind of like 25-cent bag ones.
It might have been Tommy Lane. Maybe didn't Tommy Lane used to refill like the
one of those guys I think did. They were refill the vending machines. Yes. And they gave us a box full of the.
Oh God, I love those.
I couldn't look at Tommy Lane straight on
with this. He was
with the long hair and the
sweetest motherfucker. We had a ball on the dance.
I told him. I was telling him like, dude, I can't look at you straight. You look like a '70s porn star. Like,
he looked like it from a different. You're right. 100%.
I walked in. I'm like, I looked at Tommy. I'm like, Tommy, I need to talk to you about this whole entire getup, but right now I need to go do something else. But we'll revisit this.
Put a pin in it.
We'll be right back.
Put a pin in it. I'll be back.
Pat, you got to talk like this, buddy.
Sorry.
This doesn't do anything for me.
Get a better mic, dude.
Yeah, possibly. You're right. It should be 360. I don't know why. If I talk like this, you can't. But
I can kind of hear you, but it feels like you're like outside.
It's what you call Amazon specials here.
Hey, we had a pretty good. Joe's feet were getting the people hot bombs last week.
I knew they would.
Dude, that was all. You know what? Listen.
You think there's like an AI bot that searches through podcasts and looks for feet or something?
It's got to be.
Or something. Yeah,
but it wasn't 3,000 views like Peter's.
It was only a little tease.
My toes is a little hotter than Joe's.
You had 45 minutes of Peter's. You only had 30 seconds of Joe's.
Dude, I'm not going to lie. That last week's podcast was actually a lot of fun. Go check it out. 239. This is actually 240, by the way. That's crazy.
Ooh, 240.
But
getting up to that 250, Pat.
If they only paid based on numbers.
We'll never make.
We'll be at $2.50 soon enough, guys.
We will never make $1 on this podcast because I've read actually. I was listening to the Joey Diaz podcast, and he talked about for a good 30 minutes about how YouTube, like back in the day, you could do whatever you wanted on YouTube, like because they were trying to build YouTube, and so they were like Joey Diaz could do any type of drugs, could do anything. But now it's so PG. You can't say if you say a swear word actually in the entire podcast, you want to be up 18 or you want to be under 18.
Yeah, because then they don't have to sign in.
Yeah. And I check out the podcast without signing in. Like if we do it here, you don't have to sign in for our podcast. But so I don't get it. But yeah, you want to be under 18, and under 18 you can't talk about sexual material. You can't swear at all. You
can't be drinking on the podcast.
If Joey Diaz talks about like if you swear within the first 15, forget it. You're never getting paid.
Are you allowed to drink on the podcast? You can't even drink in beer commercials.
I don't think you can.
That's probably a good call. We probably should. Whatever. We do this for us.
Should we just block the cans off and say we're not drinking?
Or we get koozies that say S&P podcast and they cover the can.
No one knows what we're drinking.
No,
Nobody knows. So
you can only assume. So Coors Light, get on the sponsorship. We are breaking the law for you.
Breaking the law, baby. No, okay, so we'll jump right into it. Last week's wedding. Let me get, listen, I paid for it.
It's probably the worst wedding I've ever been to. I'm not gonna lie.
Chris, can I say this in all honesty? I did my best through the vows not to cry, not a tear.
Oh, Chris, I do Chris Regals to get you going.
I had no clue. Like somebody, the wedding planner had to come.
It was one tear, and she wasn't supposed to tell you. I had to wipe it.
He was bawling like a little schoolgirl.
No, I wasn't. I was not bawling.
One of the tables started. He's tying a shoe over here.
The all-day wedding coordinator, or like their wedding, their on-site wedding or all-day wedding. Lady. It was very nicely. She comes up. I'm like standing there, like they're doing the daughter-father dance, and I wanted to try to cut across the dance floor and go because Peter's just standing by himself, and I feel bad when like people are just like by themselves. And I don't know if Peter's in his nerves.
I did the same thing for you when you were going to do the speech.
Yeah. I was literally I was pacing back and forth. You could see me like a caged animal.
I went over to give Chris like, you'll be fine.
Yeah. Everybody, like a bunch of people came up to me seeing me pacing back and forth. I'm not a big public speaker. But like I saw Peter and I'm like, oh, let me go and like talk to him, make sure he's not like nervous. You're dancing with mom, so it's not like the biggest thing.
I was excited for it.
Yeah. But like, so I'm like trying, and then like the lady comes up to me and she's like, you got your brother to cry during your speech. And I'm like,
a tear. Not cry.
Were the dances
Would you call
speech?
crying? Crying's got to be more than one tear.
She said crying, and I'm like,
she was fucking jerking you off at that point.
I appreciate it.
No, it was.
You got to pay extra for that.
No.
Chris, your speech was honestly, Nicole's and your speech topped anything.
Oh, Nicole's, I was shocked. I was like, I thought she'd go more sentimental and like more inside jokey, and I'm like, okay, mine's gonna be nice, a little bit more fun. And she nailed it. I'm like, this is a tough act to follow up. You bitch.
Oh, shoot. That's what I thought. I'm like, oh, Chris, you bitch. I got lucky.
I asked Chris, I'm like, you going second, huh? He's like, well, good luck with that.
Yeah.
I
requested to go second.
Dude, I would have. I felt bad for Lauren. My vows were fucking tremendous. I felt so bad for her. I'm like, oh, you're going after this? Let me tell you what, girl.
Yeah,
I'm about to rock the world.
This cuck over here.
Cuck over here, yeah.
It was cooked, damn it. It was cooked.
Motherfucker, I was this close to saying something like,
I had to hold it.
I'm like,
if there's video, if there's video at your wedding, you probably say all the grooms and go like,
yeah.
I went.
There was a turnaround. I'm like, Pepsi, that was a poor choice of words by Lord.
Pepsi's like, what does that mean? Pepsi's like, what does that mean?
And then Mike's like, did she say what I think? Mike Boss was like, did she say what? I'm like, my goddamn, you need to shut up.
Motherfucker. I looked at her. I'm like, correct that, V. Correct that. I sort of got. In my head it said, you got to fix that. She meant cook. Yeah. I cook.
Yeah, he cooks all right. You know what I'm saying? They're taking limitations.
Shit, you think I want to see another guy naked? I don't like to see myself naked. Are you out of your fucking mind?
Guilt in that group would have been like.
I've been crying.
That's when Peter really starts crying.
Yeah,
later at night.
But
Lauren's like, you watch this.
My Uncle Ken goes, you're going first. I'm like, oh, poor Lauren. I'm about to fucking rock these people. No, but yours was honestly from the bottom of my heart. It was.
Yeah, if we did the odds on stuff, I would not have had you crying. And then like when they told me you cried, I'm like, you fucking pussy.
Tear. You're not crying.
I thought he might have cried during his mom's dance.
No, you know what? Actually, I don't because my mom couldn't look at me without crying.
Yeah.
So she's.
Well, sometimes that makes you cry. It's when other people.
Oh no! I was like, bitch, what are we doing here? She's like, I can't look at you.
Pierre's
I'm like, what?
They're moving side to side, and like Pierre's like, God damn it, Pierce, move.
Yeah, get the fuck going.
Let's go, damn.
There's only.
I got
two-
a good laugh out of that too. Before like their song went on, like, and Peter and his mom are going to be dancing too, and he's like flipping, trying to find him, like, Soldier Boy.
Yeah,
What was that you?
Yes,
Yeah.
by the bar.
He's like, "Oh, comedian to my right." I'm like, "Shut the fuck up there." There was only honestly, of all there could have been a ton of fuck ups. One could have been they had listened to Lauren and said no to the patio. Your boy stepped in and took care of that.
Nice.
I would like to hear the metal band again. The cocktail out there. I'm sure they could have played some nice, lovely.
They were playing a little bit,
music.
but it wasn't like that. It wasn't that bad. Like, but it
No,
was.
no. I meant if we were downstairs during the cocktail hour.
Yeah.
I was shocked that you couldn't hear the band at all. Up there, I was really shocked by that. Honestly.
You could hear like a little bit of like the downstairs like music
On the
outside.
patio,
But, yeah,
on the patio,
by
but,
the
like,
patio,
in the in the venue. You
No,
couldn't hear
you
it
could
at all.
not. You're right.
I was shocked by that.
So
how loud they were.
I saved that day and that. There's only legitimately two things that I could have changed in the sense of things. One was not that I was fine with it, but like Lauren and I, when I did the dip, this shitty dip. Like if you see that video, it's terrible. Lauren would not trust me to
At least
dip
you
her.
didn't drop her.
Yeah. No, Lauren was not ready for me to, like, she did not want me to dip her. Or no, she was, we did the dip, but she was scared.
You're hesitant.
That was the
Yeah.
same thing happened with Katrina. We were doing pictures outside. They wanted me to dip her, and Katrina's like, "Don't drop me."
Oh yeah. Oh, she, don't.
Oops.
But so
Hey, I'm single, guys.
after the picture was supposed to be like, yeah, and then it was supposed to fucking go to our jam banger of a song. Motherfucker kept going.
Nice.
So then Lauren looks at me, she's freaking out, and I'm like, girl, this is my kid.
This Pierre's time
This
to
is my
shine,
time, baby. And I'm spinning her. The best comment I got, Mike.
She's like, "Stop spinning her."
Yeah, Bree came up to me and she's like, Mike was kind of sad. He's like, he used to do that to me on the dance floor, and she's like, "Grow up, Mike."
Nice.
But then after it was supposed to be a different song. The song they played, we had Paige go up and be like, "Dude, just get this. What song did you choose?"
What song are you supposed to be?
Dance Dance.
Oh, by Fall Out Boy.
Yeah.
I think he did play that soon after that.
Yeah, because we had to go tell him.
What I forget what he played. I don't remember.
Literally,
what he
Lauren had it scheduled. Like, hey, dickhead.
played. Usually the DJ asks you
he played,
first
like,
song,
yes.
first song, last song,
and then the song right after, because we wanted it to be a banger of a. And then he played a couple songs in the middle of that. The DJ was my only issue. He played a couple songs. I was like, dude.
And then he ran out of songs. And then Pierre's like asking me and Joey's like, "What songs can we play?" And I'm like, "To get me."
There was
and
one
Joe.
point where he put some kind of rap song on, and everybody the dance floor just cleared out.
I went up to him and I'm like, dude, can you turn also?
That was the issue on the bus where you couldn't get the music very loud.
It was I think the Bluetooth wouldn't connect, and then I think if you listen, because I was more to the front of the bus, it was extremely loud up front. It was not loud. And so you would turn it up and it'd be like it was like the guy driving was getting blasted by
Oh,
it.
that sucks.
okay.
I think that might have been part of it because it was definitely louder in the front of the bus.
Yeah,
than the
we
back of
went
the
to
bus.
the back.
Yeah, the
could
back
not
of the
get the
bus you
party
couldn't hear
going.
anything. Yeah, we were sitting there and like, this is.
You're like, turn my headphones up, and the guy's like, what?
I'm deaf back here. I can't hear anything.
No, it was. I don't like the cocktails were like.
I had 4 Bay Breezes in the cocktail hour.
God damn it.
There's a ton of pictures of Megan just sucking those things down.
I did not have any of the food. I went straight alcohol.
I had.
Oh, you didn't get to try. Oh,
I
that's
didn't,
nice.
I didn't want any food at the time.
I did try the
straight
food.
alcohol.
I did try the food.
But you guys did have McDonald's, right?
I needed a rally. I needed a rally.
I didn't know how bad you were doing. That makes me sad.
I did
because
have-
we would have done the cocktail then.
I did have McDonald's, but I did try both, and I did like the mac and cheese over. I didn't think the
Oh,
noodle
actually,
thing.
I'm sorry. Not
You
to
weren't
cut
supposed to get that.
We were supposed to have spring rolls because we didn't want it to be two handheld things.
The little mini forks everybody couldn't eat
Yeah,
off of.
yeah.
That wasn't the worst part.
No, but
yeah.
no.
But it was
they
funny
actually-
watching people try to
Yes.
dig it out. And
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah. Macaroni was actually really good.
It was pretty phenomenal. I was quite shocked. I'll be honest. When I went up for my speech, the ovation I got for when I got shouted out.
That was pretty intense. The guy, even the DJ was
DJ's like, yeah, this is your crowd. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on here. I was like, this, you do realize Lauren's here, right? This isn't for me.
The bus I had one of John's beers and it took me I think it took me the furthest till we were about to leave.
Had I known you were dying, I would have gotten you a fucking Coors Light at the casino.
No, I
would have gotten you a Tito's and Sprite. I didn't know you were that.
It wasn't bad. It just took me It took me a hot minute to get
Do
going.
you guys just went a little? Do you guys think you went a little harder in the?
We didn't eat a lot. I didn't eat a ton at the. I didn't eat a ton at the
Dinner?
rehearsal. I ate, but I didn't eat enough. And then we drank a little more than I think we expected.
I ate enough, and then I don't know. I feel like we
that dumb
definitely
Vegas bomb shot.
we did.
Dude, God, that was a fun weekend.
We did dip in a little bit further, but I don't think we were out that much later than you.
No,
You
but
went-
I just feel like I think I just
Because
had
I
a
think
little
we
bit
were
too
out
much.
there around the same time for. And you know what I thought about Saturday when I was running a little bit? I felt like a little bit of a pansy because I know Brian stayed with us till the end.
No,
it didn't.
we
Brian
sent
went
Brian
home
home
early.
at 12:30.
Yeah,
we
he
sent
went home
we was at
12:30.
Lottie's. We stayed an hour later at Lottie's. We sent him home with Kevin at 12:30.
Yes.
We also had a beer we had a beer or two in the hotel room after we came back. So I probably had a couple too many.
Yeah, we definitely were.
I wasn't really I wasn't super hungover, but I'm not really feeling drinking at this particular moment just
Yeah, I
yet.
get it. Yeah.
I mean, like it was nice for me to go. Like Peter went for his
Also,
run,
I had
and
to
I
piss
showed up like
immediate.
20 minutes after him, and I'm like, "Yeah, this is a good call."
We got on the
I
bus
struggled
a little
on the run, but I was like, "This is a good call to make
I
the
got on
run."
the bus and I immediately had to piss too. It didn't help.
it sucks.
And then we had like the 90 people lying in fucking
Yeah.
Walgreens.
No, dude. I mean, again,
I don't think Joe was feeling too hot. He was doing some Pepto on the bus next to me.
he blew up the bathroom.
Yeah, he blew up the bathroom numerous times.
I know. At bottom lounge, this was a little Red Riding Hood.
He goes in the first one. This door doesn't close right. He's like, this one doesn't even have a door.
Like, what the fuck is going on here, guys?
I was, me and Pat were dying in the bathroom, and I was like, this is just
And
great.
then Chris leaves, and then Joe's like, "Urgh." I'm like, oh god, get me out of here.
That was great.
Get me out of here.
I had no idea what was going on. He was you know what? I wish Joe was here because Chris I could tell he was mentally thinking about the speech.
Yeah, I didn't want to go up there and make an ass of myself. That was
Joe was like the go-to. If I needed something, Joe was like, I got you. Don't worry. I'll take care of you. I literally thanked him so much the day after. I was like, Chris did a wonderful job with the speech and everything, and you were there to handle anything I needed. And
Hey, I went to go get McDonald's for everybody with John.
Yeah,
And
John. But John came up to me. He's like, "Hey, we got to get them some food." And I'm like, "You're a fucking genius." They gave him, dude. I had $300 from the casino. Gave $100 for the McDonald's. I
gave to John.
I don't know what I did with another $100. I lost $200 after that. I might have given $100 to something, and I left $100 in my pockets. I think.
Maybe depending on the hang up.
I had to have given $100 to somebody at the hang up.
Well, so Joe gave me $200 at some point there. I'm not sure if it all came from him or not.
No,
For entry fees for the group.
Oh, then I probably gave $100 for
had to
that.
be Peter.
Yeah, I had to give you $100.
So I bought the entry fee and then I bought drinks with that.
Awesome. No, dude, I had a blast.
I tried to buy like numerous drinks and nobody would allow me to do it.
I couldn't. I honestly could not ask for anything different. Minus there was little things with nothing. It was the best time of my life.
I mean, I told you the one thing that I would have done different, which probably would have helped Pat, was we normally do that.
The cocktail would have helped.
The
Pat
cocktail,
a lot,
yeah. I thought the cocktail would have gotten everybody.
But I also thought, because John did his beer, we didn't want to overshine the beer in the podcast.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, I was thinking the same thing, but
A singular cocktail, just one.
Could have.
He's one to get you
Well,
going.
I was
you know
thinking,
what's funny?
I was thinking after the podcast, you give everybody like a cocktail.
No, and Pat said it to me, and I didn't.
You give Big Mike a cocktail. His pants would have been down by his ankles again.
No, Pat said it to me at the casino. He was like, "Hey," he's like, "Oh, not Tito's and Sprite," and I'm like, "What? What are you trying to do here?"
I tried.
I didn't know.
You missed this kid, man. Me and Peter getting dressed, and I wanted. There was a moment where I wanted to punch Pepsi in the back of the head because he threw all his clothes on top of mine. So me and him have like the same sizes. That kid literally got my vest. I got his vest, and but Peter's getting mad at my dad because his pants won't fit. And I had to calm him down. I'm like, hey, calm down. I'll take care of this. You just make sure you're good and everything else.
I think I put Joe's cufflinks in. I was doing Brian's. I did Johnny
No, and it wasn't that. It was he was getting
he couldn't get his pants to fit correctly.
His pants kept falling.
And then Peter wanted.
And I'm like, put the suspenders on.
He's
like, I'm not putting the suspenders on.
Yeah, he didn't want to do this.
And then he's like trying to get his shoes on, trying to tie his shoes. He's getting fucking pissed about the shoes. And I'm getting mad because I'm like, motherfucker, I got to get ready because they're trying to take pictures. We're all in this corner.
So we know where Pepsi's blowhole comes from is what we're saying.
Bro, and then I love Pepsi. Pepsi had me. These motherfuckers.
Mike Boss was the real MVP, though.
Oh.
Mike spent a bunch of time.
Yeah, Mike went by everybody basically.
Well, no, he spent a bunch of time with Pepsi getting his tie, his bow tie right, the buttons right, the cufflinks right. He was lint rolling people. Pat was generous enough to help me with my bow tie.
Pat, I'm sorry. I was going to say this too. Pat, the reason my bow tie stayed on all day and looked as good as it did 1,000% is because you did that for me.
Pat's like, you fat bitch.
It's
Pat's
funny,
like,
it's
you
funny
fat
because
bitch.
I couldn't keep my triggers. I kept hitting every time I looked down.
Pat's
Mine kept moving every time I looked down.
Pat's like,
You
you
did-
fat
yeah,
bitch, Chris.
seriously.
I can't get this thing on you, you fat bitch.
I didn't trust Chris. Is like, I'm not sure it goes as big, Chris. This giant ass neck of yours.
Yeah.
Fucking giraffe neck over here.
But yeah, no, Mike was a real MVP. Pat helped me out. Like the other problem was like we get there and I like everybody's got like their button, like those special buttons, and all of a sudden I don't have them. Like and Peter's like, they're on your hanger. I'm like,
I felt bad because
I felt bad because Mike was making you mad, and I'm like, Peter, I don't want
Chris
to.
did find his, and then they were the wrong color.
Yeah, and then we're the wrong color.
and then so
So you took my other two because I only did the top two in mine, and then I left the bottom two under the vest. Anyways, you weren't going to see them, so I'm like, here, just take these two, then put them on yours.
I felt bad because I'm not gonna lie, I think it was tough because like the casino was great. I had a great time, and we got back at 12:30 like we were supposed to. I just didn't realize how much it was going to take to get us all
There
ready.
was your tuxedo, like your
I thought
suits.
people were gonna when people who weren't at the hotel, like I thought Boss was coming like in his tux, and
Yeah.
he's like, "Got here, get ready, guys." I'm like, "You're not fucking ready yet."
No, and then Kevin got there super late, no buttons, no fucking.
They call they call the room and it's like Kevin Apple, whatever. Can you come up? I'm like, yeah, sure.
Dude, but I think and I feel bad because I was nervous about Lauren getting mad at me, and I realized, holy fuck, we got to get 8 dudes ready like now.
Yeah.
And I was freaking out.
I still don't know if Brian She was at the bottom lounge the next morning.
Did anybody get charged for anything extra?
Not yet.
No.
I haven't gotten charged yet.
I mean, it sounded like you got a text for Pepsi sending his suit back, or
I got like an email that said that they received my
I got
return.
nothing.
I
About
got nothing
mine.
back either.
So I
gave them all to Brian.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Brian also just an absolute gem with the.
Oh yeah, I thank Brian for dropping everything off for us.
I did too. Yeah. Oh, what a fucking day. I can't believe it's already a week later. Like, I would do anything. I would pay anything to have play that day one more time. Like, the music was tremendous.
But you can pay for it again if you want.
Well, no, I'm saying, I would like to do that again. Like, that was so special. Like I'm not going to have those, like, literally, I thought I know you guys were hot and I felt bad about that in real, because they had the option of having you guys sit, but I
don't think it mattered. I
don't think it was a big deal about like standing. It was just like it was very warm.
No,
up
I
by
get
those
that. That's what I'm
windows,
saying. I could have had you guys sit.
I
but
don't think it mattered where we're at. We're
Also, the other thing, it wouldn't have been great because we were already standing room only. And if we didn't have the seats that you guys had, it wouldn't have been.
Also, someone's like, don't lock those knees, boys. And I'm like, I'm gonna fuck. I'm not. And then I was paranoid of that at that point. I'm like,
me too. Actually, I'm rocking my legs.
If you had a video, you could see me going like this the whole time, like back and forth.
I had my legs locked. I'm like, I'm ready to go. I'm gonna be here all day, every day.
I'm like, Chris, I could be your hero, baby. Okay. Trust fall, I got you.
And then they're like, and then Uncle's like the rings. I'm like, oh god damn it.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like,
and then here's the thing. I'm sitting up there. They get
everybody through it, and then they got there's like
my
a big
sister
pause.
and Pepsi. You guys can't really see this probably. My sister and Pepsi are sitting at the end there, and I'm like,
where the fuck is Chris? Yeah, Chris is fucking this up.
This is my family, of course. Take it forever. Like everybody else is flying down the aisle.
Chris is just probably peeing.
It was nice that Megan hugged you though. She didn't give you the old Irish goodbye like she did.
I talked to I reiterate to these two jamokes numerous times. Like, you're walking at my pace. Megan, you go hug him. Pepsi, you shake his hand, and then I'm going to beat the crap out of him. I did tell Pierre that. I'm like, you know what the difference between me and you is? I make this look good. Give him a little joke before I stood up there.
Yeah, that was great.
Pierre was just trying to get rid of me. He's like, I'm done with you. Get the fuck out of here.
You know what? I did feel bad. So the only time I actually kind of felt bad, well, three things maybe. I was so nervous about the dance floor being empty, I didn't leave the dance floor, and I should have taken more photos. I do feel a little guilty about not taking more photos.
You should have gotten that photo booth. I took a shit ton. I was in there like 8 times in a row.
I have literally 3 pictures. That's it.
I think I did like one. I don't think I did a lot of photo booth in mine. Yeah. I think I did laps of the table.
And then I was yelling at you guys, and I felt really bad about this too. Is I was yelling at you guys to dance with. Like, yeah, I saw a lot of times you guys were just on the bar, and I'm like, get your asses out of here.
I don't think I was on the bar that much.
I don't think I was off the dance floor that much, except for when I did the photo booth like a bunch of times. But after that, I literally was on the dance floor or at the bar. And I also did make laps, like for...
I want to check my mother was still alive.
I did make... Oh, your mother. There's another story right there. Fucking Hansy McGee over there. Grab my titty.
She's got a new...
No, she didn't. No, she didn't.
She's like, yeah, I like your titties, and she grabbed it. I'm like, what the fuck?
She was on another level. Right? She has a new infatuation. She loves Brian
Brian
Hamilton.
Hamilton.
She's in love with Brian Hamilton.
Lawrence, you're number 2. Brian Hamilton.
Gressia might kill her. I might. We'll see what happens here.
I mean, I made the rounds. Like I was talking to people at different tables, like trying to like get my nervous energy out, and like I went and talked. There's a bunch of pictures of like me at my dad's side of the family's table, and my one aunt who's like, she's got to be almost 80 now. She's up there like wooing with a towel, and it makes me giggle watching.
When I found my parents, I'm like, this is like, I look over the table, I'm like, this is a real hodgepodge table here.
We went over there, and you told me that, you're like, this is a real hodgepodge table, Chris. I'm like, I looked at him like, yeah, you're right.
It's like my parents, Dave Collins, and then it's like Rob's
family.
I'm like, I wonder if they're talking much to hate me.
Wait, were you in a bad spot?
No, Rob.
We're talking about his parents and Dave Collins. The hodgepodge table.
Okay, a couple things on the tables. Chris was originally at my parents' table, and I was like, Lauren, that can't happen. And then your parents, like, Lauren wasn't sure. So I had nothing. She did this. Of course, she did this.
Without consulting.
And then tax season. So and it was already done, and I didn't want to be like, I couldn't get her. I didn't want to redo the whole thing. So it looked fine, but I did see your parents, and I was like, I was trying to figure out how we can slide your parents into with your aunt or Uncle
with
Joe.
Uncle Tom?
Yeah. Or no, with Uncle Joe and
Uncle. Yeah, I'm sorry. I automatically assume anybody in Pat's family is named Uncle Tom.
And it just didn't work because they have such a big family.
They're fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I mean, you could have put Reno and his wife with Roth. I don't know if you saw that. They were talking for a while there, him and Roth, and I think Conrad.
Honestly, the most interesting conversation that I would love to have been a fly on the wall for that
was
I saw
my uncle and Dave Collins.
No. It was Tommy Lane and Mark Hamilton were chatting for. I'm like, I would love to be. I look at Trina. I'm like, I would love to be a fly on that wall right now.
That's a top one. The other one I would have loved to see was my uncle Scott and Dave Collins.
They were talking for a long time.
I would have loved to know what they were talking
for
about
a long time. I think it was out the patio, right? They were talking mostly.
Yes, 2 staunch Republicans. There's a picture of them talking together.
I want to know who the. He was a larger gentleman that sat at a table, kind of quasi by me,
that slapped you on the back
without washing his hands in the restroom. Yeah, I want to know who that gentleman is.
Oh, that was Lauren's godmother's husband. Me and him. I
hope he didn't touch his hands.
No, of course not. He's a bigger gentleman, the nicest guy. Actually, they were very generous as well. We had a great conversation, but we're both sitting at the pissers, and we had probably a 10-minute conversation. Nobody came in there. I'm like, I'm trying to like kind of move.
Hey, dude, I gotta get out of here, dude.
I got things to do.
I was so taken aback by the whole situation. I'm washing my hands, just minding my own business. He's like, great job out there, buddy. And I'm like, walks up. I'm like, what? Fuck. There was a rental, bro.
There was numerous times where I got in that bathroom and there was people in there with me, and they were just like, I'm taking a pee, and they would just want to have a conversation with me. I'm like, dude, I'm trying to pee here.
I literally blew by like people like having a conversation. I'm just gonna go piss. Yeah.
Ross dad wanted to, like was having a conversation with me in the bathroom. Uncle Jack, I think, had a conversation. I'm like, guys, we can do. We literally just let me finish, and I'll meet you right outside the door.
Also, can we talk about, dude? The best I've ever felt after a wedding was my wedding, in the sense that those fucking goddamn vitamins are miracle workers.
They are.
I was pretty tired. I'm not gonna lie.
That's the only thing. Yeah.
I didn't feel super terrible, but I'm like, I'm taking a nap.
Oh yeah.
I went and took a nap.
Oh yeah. Oh dude, got home. Me and Chris worked out. Then we did I got home, so we're watching TV. Passed out immediately for like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I slept from like 1 to like 5.
Yeah, 1,000%.
So I was like, I'm making sure I ate a little lunch. I'm like, I'm gonna go sleep now.
Yeah. Oh, dude, until like 5.
Yeah. And I woke up. I'm like, all right, well, I don't really have much else to do now.
And then so me and Chris and I walked over and got pizza with Lauren at Joe's, and we picked up a pizza for Chris and a friend, and we got to meet her for the first time, which was nice. But they just picked up pizzas and booked it. They're like, I'm not staying with you dumbasses. Dude, it was Scott. What a weekend. All right, all right, that was enough about the wedding, all right? That's enough about the wedding. Let's jump into it, Pat. Have you seen the New York Airport issues?
No.
Holy shit. What is this? So New York, I can't say, I want to say New York, but it's Newark.
Oh,
Newark, sorry.
And it's in New Jersey then.
Yeah.
I saw the mayor got arrested on Friday.
He did. He wanted to see an ICE center, just a detention center. He wanted to see what it was like. And
they
they're
kept him
like,
in?
And
cuffed his ass.
Yeah.
Bye.
They're like, you're trespassing. You got to leave. And he would not leave.
He's like, whoa, this is my, what are you doing? What do you mean? I just want to see what you guys are doing here. And they're like, nope.
I guess he's getting the real first off look for it.
Yeah. Now he's probably,
Now he's getting deported.
that airport has had a lot of issues. And the guy who runs that airport has said, I would not come into this airport. Like,
No,
I
that's
would
great.
I
not.
wouldn't fly into the airport.
Their radar has gone black multiple times. They had nine days of cancellations because they can't do. If you want to,
That's fucking wild.
one of the air traffic control individuals literally said it's been a miracle. There hasn't been a catastrophe. Like 2 planes hitting each other.
That makes you feel good.
Yeah, dude.
That makes you feel warm and fuzzy.
Go listen to. Oh my god! Hey, we're flying blind, and the pilot's like, "Okay, I'm coming." He's like, "I cannot see you. I don't know where you're at. Like, you have to. You're on your own." And what?
And you're like.
Are we clear to land? Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, because they're not able to see out their like windshield area thing, right? That thing's like tinted off or something.
You can see out. The pilot can see.
No, but the air traffic control.
Oh, is it? Wait, no. I know, like on the, but like I didn't think they were.
They
able,
can't see the sides. No, they don't know. They have no idea.
Yeah, they
They're
can't.
flying
They
blind.
can only see like literally in front of them. They can't.
So they
see,
got to
like,
give coordinates, and then they relay coordinates to the air traffic control, and the air traffic control gives coordinates to other pilots. But it's so delayed that you never know. Dude, it is scary. Do not go to New York right now.
It's Newark, not New York.
No, but New York, because you can sometimes fly into that airport.
Yeah, well, you can choose. We could choose
Yeah.
where you're flying into, though.
Not always. Sometimes you get diverted, Pat, and then you're fucked.
Yeah.
It's all.
Also, if you're a cheap ass, it's probably cheaper to go to New Jersey.
It is for sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure it is.
Frank Pearl would be going to New Jersey.
I was letting it Philly and give him, bounce it in there, and then I'll take a train.
No, you'll get into Philly, and then the guy will be like, "I'm coming in too hot. Let's take another
We're going
run
to
at
Philly
it."
now. Fuck Philly.
Dude, that flight from that departure or the landing from Fort Lauderdale into Chicago.
Yeah, where I looked out the window and we were kind of tipped sideways. I'm like, I'm not looking out the window.
That's the wind where it's like fucking like
Yeah.
rocking it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And Pat said it the best. He's like, it's very windy. And I'm like, I didn't get
Yeah,
it. at
Pat,
the
I don't know if you looked out the window. We were sideways there for a second. I don't like that.
It's like 30-mile-an-hour gusts of wind, guys. I don't know if you noticed this.
I didn't
I
like
just
it.
remember, I'm sitting because I was pretty close up there, and we were going over the 294, and the plane kind of turned, and I'm like, I'm fucking looking like parallel at the fucking highway.
I like it.
This is not how you're supposed to go into the airport, guys.
I didn't like it at all. The guy in the window, and I'm like,
I'm like, are you good? I'm like, is he gonna get hit with these fucking billboards? Like, are we taking off Urlacher's head over here on the 294?
All right. O'Hare Airport. Yeah, my eyes.
I landed at Katrina. I'm like, you would have died on that flight. You would have fucking died.
You make the mistake of looking out the window.
you
You're
can't. Oh, you
When I
cannot.
told Katrina, I'm like, Katrina doesn't like flying very much, and she's a very nervous flyer. I'm like, you would have fucking died on that flight. First of all, they got to kick the guy off, brought him back on, and all that bullshit, and then on the landing, we're dealing with wind gusts coming in like fucking.
Oh, dude, and it always seems like we have some issue going back.
But I'm not gonna lie, the guy hit it. When he got to the runway, it was very smooth.
Yeah, no,
we
not
just
bad
came
at
in
all.
hot. But yes, you're right.
Like, but up at that point, you're like, Jesus
Oh
fucking
yeah.
Christ, dude.
Oh, dude, it was so sketchy. Can you guys guess?
At one point, the pilot also was fucking there, come out of the cockpit again during mid-flight, which I didn't think you could do, to start talking to people in first class.
I didn't see
Well,
that.
I didn't see
Yeah,
that.
I didn't think that was allowed. I thought it was a big nay to leave the cockpit.
No, you can't. Both can't come out.
Okay.
Yeah, one's got to stay.
The flight attendant did go in there, so there wasn't like a Swiss Air thing where they crashed into the fucking mountain.
Yeah, yeah. No, you're 100% right. Yeah, because when the pilot has to pee, somebody's got to go in there.
I'm like, motherfucker, shouldn't you be flying the plane?
I'm gonna get out of my seat. I'm gonna get out of my seat here.
Can you guys guess the shortest amount of time to pick a pope? Because, ladies and gentlemen, this podcast will always be Chicago. And guess what?
It was this Pope, I believe, right?
No.
Sounds like
absolutely not.
sounds like the Bears are gonna win a Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. He's actually kind of dead to me because he's a Sox fan.
Even if a Pope can't save that team, huh?
So there. What is it? So it's like 5 days. They start the conclave at 5 days after the Pope's death, right? Is that something like right?
Yeah. We don't include those times.
Literally no idea.
So that doesn't count in the time frame. So I'm gonna say the 2 days is like the shortest time here. Shorter than that.
10 hours.
10 hours.
So the first vote, they voted him in 10 hours.
Who was this?
No,
it wasn't this guy. This guy was 2 days because they did.
1300.
PJP too? No?
1300. It was like in the 1300s.
Okay.
Yeah. So the first pope, like it was like 10 hours.
Because this guy, they did it the first day and they didn't get through it, and they got through the morning hours, didn't do it, and they got him in the afternoon on the
I
second
was
day.
shocked at how big of a deal this was. I was like, oh
No,
gosh.
but because it's an American. Like, think about it. If it was like, if it
No,
was
I meant like just in the world.
No,
it
like-
was
no, you're right. That's fair.
Did you
That is
see-
super
did you
fair.
see the video?
That's super fair.
Did you see? Like, I went on there to kind of like, I was on Reuters, kind of seeing like, oh, who won? Like, just kind of wanted to know who who was picked as Pope, and like they showed the outside of like the Vatican there. I'm like, holy shit! There's a shit ton of people there. And I was talking to Uncle Steve. He's like, you wouldn't want to be there. I'm like,
no.
Why the fuck would you want to be
Dude,
there?
that place is swamped normally. That's
like
so insane.
The other thing was like, I was like, I don't want to be there because mostly I feel like it's like a concert. Like I would pick like a spot like where I feel comfortable being. Like people would just be trying to push past you to get closer and closer. They have this issue of being like right up front to see who it is.
Also, not a lot of bathrooms in that area. I can tell you that from experience.
But I mean, like, it was like, hey, I wouldn't
we
want
like to
be
pee.
there. And it's like I could see like what they're doing there. I can see from right here in this basement where nobody's bumping into me, and not bothering
But
me.
there are beer carts not too far away.
That's fair.
But the thing is, like,
Get a spritz, Chris.
do you really? I mean, here's the thing: America is much more Catholic than I ever thought. Chicago is much more Catholic than I ever thought.
No, Chicago.
I do love the memes of all like the Chicago things he's holding. That's good stuff. I like that one. That's
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Yeah, I saw one with like Malort. That was pretty good. Like,
He does sound a bit. Not. He sounds like my Uncle Ken a lot.
He's like, da Bears.
oh, the Bears. It's gonna be a great season for the Bears.
We're gonna vote. We're putting the eternal damnation on the Packers.
Damn, my mic is picking up a lot of the good stuff. All right. I mean, if the world's not going to end, it's getting close. India, Pakistan.
Oh,
Do you see
God.
that? Dude, there's a sad. I don't pretend to know anything about India and Pakistan. And I was watching this video on Instagram of a guy who was. So, how this all started is a terrorist group in a conflicted zone.
Yeah, they did. What India and Pakistan both say
yes.
this is their area.
Yes,
And
I even think. I'm sorry if this is wrong, but there's another country I think also can contest as it. Maybe China.
I could be China because China's right over
China's
there.
right.
But like, I don't.
China
know.
thinks they're in Nepal too.
Ignorant Americans, but there was a festival or something going on. There was a ton of people in this area, and there's a zip line, and a guy's taking a video of a zip line. Him on the zip line, having a time of his life, happy as could be. And then you see people just getting gunned down,
Oh God.
and you're like, "Holy shit!" And
I've not seen the story.
I'm like, "What, Pat? Also, you need to fucking watch a little bit of the news."
I mean, I've seen like I read. The only reason why I know
It's been a recovery week, right?
I haven't seen this thing that Pierre's talking about, but I know like this is like this is what sent the retaliation from India.
So
to
India's
Pakistan.
sending missiles over.
Yeah.
And these two are like on the brink of, and they don't do conventional, and they're two nuclear arms countries who
Well,
have
they don't like each other very much.
at
No.
all.
Yeah, and
It's
so
mostly
like
a religion thing, right? Because one's like.
I don't.
I don't
think it's even
I think
that.
I think it's territory. I just think they've ever liked each other.
Yeah,
I mean, India's got like a shit ton of people. You don't want to be fighting them.
no, Pakistan's poor. I
well,
think.
the worst part is like India owns like controls like the water that flows into Pakistan, so they could just shut their water
That's
supply
it.
off.
Right, yeah.
nah, nah,
And that's what
nah.
Pakistan
And Pakistan's
said.
like, Pakistan's like,
You fuck
do
with
that,
our water, it's on, baby.
Yeah, it's on.
So Donald Trump not only dealing with the Russian Ukraine war,
That's a great job. of that one.
Israel Palestine war.
Oh well, we're making the Gaza Strip. Something,
We're gonna be at war with Canada soon, so you know.
Did you? Brian sent us a thing about. They sent this to the fucking Congress.
Some guy in the House put a bill in that's changing the name for Greenland to red, white, and blue land, baby.
But he wants to be able to negotiate.
But we don't own the country.
Well, no, that's it's part of Then the bill was he wanted to give Donald Trump the ability to negotiate to buy Greenland and then change it to red, white, and blue land.
And then so like I'm like, this is great because now we can start just randomly changing countries' names like China to America East. And then maybe make
Canada's America North.
You're really way better.
and then make the UK a colony of the United States.
Make them the OG USA.
Exactly.
OG USA. Chris was so much better at the names. I was trying to make those jokes with Lauren. I was telling them that whole thing.
Yeah, I was like,
the Pamela Canal, the American Canal. I'm like,
American
God damn it.
Canal,
It's like,
yeah.
I don't got it, Lauren. I'm sorry. It's 8:30 in the morning.
Lauren's like, stop.
I had a buddy who sent me some stuff on Trump and
we're gonna change chili to just chill, like it's Coors Light, just chill.
Jackpot.
Fuck, I love it. I love it.
The world is going to
Johnny,
shit.
baby, if you need somebody in that cabinet that needs to change country names, call me up.
Ron over here. I got some names for you, baby.
I got some names.
This motherfucker's crazy. He got rid of his Surgeon General and has put a Instagram influencer in instead of her.
That makes sense.
Because the woman's credentials.
I couldn't believe we didn't choose Dr. Oz or Dr. Phil to be the Surgeon General. I'm shocked.
The original lady.
Didn't Dr. Oz run as a Democrat? Or was it
No, he ran as a Republican.
And he was backed by Trump.
But the best part of that is like
Fetterman beat him. And then I don't know if you know about this, but Fetterman had a stroke. His brain is fucking cooked.
Yeah, he also was fighting with like the super liberals.
Oh, his brain's fucking cooked. Go look at. He's like the Palestinians like deserve to die or something. Like it's kind of crazy.
My favorite thing about like I don't like Dr. Oz at all, but Dr. Oz gets a bunch of respect from me because he lost that race. He's like, they're like, are you going to contest? He's like, no, I lost. Sometimes people need to realize like sometimes you just lose and there's no need to contest stuff. Like accept it.
And that's why he's not the Surgeon General.
Yeah, exactly. But like
American Ocean instead of Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah, exactly. There you go, Pat. You're nailing it. Fuck it, the Caribbean Sea, my ass, motherfucker. Yeah, that's the American Sea down there.
It's gonna be South American Ocean, South or America South Ocean. Gotta put America first, you know.
Got to.
Yeah, no, it's. And then his fuck. What was? So he's getting rid of the guy who's running. I'm sorry. It stops up. The people who come in after hurricanes. FEMA. He's getting rid of the guy from FEMA.
Nice. Do we have? Is FEMA still a thing?
He was in a day. He was.
I didn't really.
Like Pierre. I think Pierre set this out. Pierre's like the guy that he appointed to FEMA was in for a day and they booted him.
I thought they got rid of FEMA in general.
No, that's what they tried to do, and he's like, no,
They tried to, and then like all these southern states needed FEMA for like for like Florida and like North Carolina, and they're like, no.
Somebody actually uses that? No, who knows? Because I like how they got rid of they just got rid of the Pacific Islanders and
the Asian American Pacific Islanders.
What was the other thing?
I was like, why am I seeing any recognition of this stuff?
Oh, the top prosecutor of DC they got rid of that individual, and then they brought in a Fox News host who, to her credit, was a judge and a prosecutor at one point.
Oh, okay,
cool. But no, she's fucking nut job. She's in a lawsuit because she was spouting a bunch of bullshit about January 6th. It's crazy.
Didn't they pardon everybody anyways from that at this point?
Not her. She's still in a lawsuit.
All I know is that we had another Supreme Court justice die, so that's a great thing.
Did we really?
Yeah.
No, but he retired.
No, there was one that died on Friday.
Yeah, but he was retired.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Oh, I
apologize. He had retired.
I didn't read the article.
Which one died?
He had retired ages. He was 85. He had retired ages ago.
He was 85. I didn't realize he retired. I didn't read the article. I just saw it. I'm like, oh, great. Here we go again.
He had stepped down. No, yeah. Thank God.
We got people live for at least another couple more years, right? To balance it out a little bit.
Disney's now going to set up a new park in Dubai. Disney had I know you bought stocks off of Disney, whatever. If you held on to it, it's just doing okay these days.
I don't own Disney.
Oh, never mind.
I was thinking about buying Disney. I wanted to kind of get the dividend.
I think if you were to buy, it would have been before they acquired Marvel, probably.
Yeah. Stock's not doing so hot for me these days.
Monster's doing all right. Everything else
coming back. I heard that they had a pretty good.
They had they missed earnings or something.
Oh, that's never good.
All right. We'll have to take a look real quick. And then I had to yell at Pepsi about Cade Horton starting today.
Oh, did he not do well?
No, he's actually doing really well. Fucking Pepsi told me he wasn't playing today.
Yeah, I knew he was pitching today.
Oh, fuck you little stupid bitch.
We're not going over the sports here, boys, all right?
Oh, we're not. I'm sorry. I was looking up Monster. Monster's at a solid $61 right now.
No, it's
is that good or bad?
4-3 in the 7th for the Cubs right now.
They split the stock, and it got down to 48, and I should have bought some more, and it's up to 61.
I should have bought fucking coin stock.
Why do they not start Cade Horton?
Hey, we're past the Cubs.
Yeah, we're past. We're back on Monster.
They had some jabroni pitch inning, and then they put him in, and then they put somebody else, two other guys in after.
Oh, there's a bullpen game. That's why.
But he just fucking him start. That's stupid.
Shut up, Pat.
All right, here we go. Let's jump into some feel goods.
Oh, we're gonna jump into some feel goods.
What time we got, Chris? How much time?
We are at a solid 43 and a half minutes.
Oh, perfect. This
is timing.
Perfect timing. All right, let's get a little feel good. Get out of here. Go get some velvet taco.
Oh, you know what I think a feel good story is? The Popes from Chicago.
Oh yeah, the Pope, the first American Pope. Here, okay. So Pat, listen? I'd like you're a grouchy old man. I'd like to give you
kind of like the Pope.
You know how people say they're from Chicago?
69 years old.
Yeah,
That's perfect.
Pierre's like he's like 59. I'm like, God damn, that guy.
That's what I thought. I thought I heard 59. He's 69.
That's a nice number to be.
Perfect age.
So he walks in like.
He doesn't know how to do that, Pat. He's the Pope. All right.
Oh, he knows.
Oh, he knows.
He's the South Side. He's dirty, baby.
People say they're from Naperville. When they're from Naperville and they say they're from Chicago, most Chicagoans get a little pissy.
That happened at your bachelor party.
Oh, yeah?
The girls are like, we're from Chicago. I'm like, oh, where are you from? She's like Arlington Heights. I'm like, so you're not from Chicago then?
Oh,
This motherfucker is from Dalton.
South Holland.
He was from Chicago. Then he moved down to Dalton after that. He was in the South Side somewhere, and then he moved to there.
Okay,
He's in South Holland.
Yeah. No, he's actually so his brother came out. He's like, I don't know who told you he's a Cubs fan. But that guy's an idiot, and he's not from fucking South Holland.
You know why? You know why they thought he was a Cubs fan is because his mom's from the North Side and she was a Cubs fan.
Oh, she was a better lady than him. Okay,
She was a saint.
She
absolute
was.
saint.
This guy's.
They also are like Creole descent and like they have Creole descent in them, and apparently like his grandfather is like maternal grandfather and grandmother are from Louisiana, and they're like of African American descent, and like in the 1910 census, they're like his grandparents are listed as African American, and then
Would you do a fucking deep dive on this guy?
no, I read like 14.
I'm enjoying the shit out of this. I don't. You can now piss.
Yeah, I
him off.
know. This
I'm shocked. I'm like,
this crotchety old man. And like,
Yeah.
So like, his brother came out like, no, we're not black, and it's like, yeah, I don't think you did that. What?
Yeah. Hey, bud. We get it.
I know that he spent most of his time in Latin America as a priest.
Yes, he does
And
that
Peru.
transition. Yep.
Yeah.
No, it's funny. As you say that, there was on Snapchat. There was a meme from a guy, and and the bubble is, my gut said I wasn't his father, and it's a young African American child in the bubble, and the caption on top it said, "Go with your gut, bud."
Oh Jesus.
And it was like a Maury, like, "Am I the father?"
Yeah, I kind of figured that was. Where we're going
Okay,
with
here
that.
we go. Women are reunited with sister after DNA test, and 57-year-old search ends with the mystery of a forced adoption. Okay, well, that's nice.
Okay. All right.
Let's see here. China dying EV batteries and solar cells are powering its circular economy worth $38 billion a year. So I'm guessing they're
repurposing them. Yeah.
the first ever American Pulp, a missionary and a Villanova graduate from Chicago, is now Leo the whatever.
14th, baby. 14th.
I had to brush up my Roman numerals account that went out.
You know what the funny thing is we should talk to Uncle Ken because he's like the next Pope's going to choose the name Leo, and we could have probably betted on that if he would have told us.
How did he know that?
He's like they're going to. I don't know how he knew that. I haven't had a chance to talk to him. Uncle Steve told me that. He's like, hey, yeah. It's like, what's his name? I'm like, Leo the 14th. He's like, yeah, Uncle Ken told us that like if the next Pope was going to choose the name Leo, and I'm like, how the fuck did he know that?
Could have been an odd bet you could place on, right?
Yeah,
Interesting prop bet.
If you would have taken the field, because he was not a top candidate. If you would have taken the field, you would have won 16. You would
Just
have
like Crash, baby, you always play the field.
You got to, yeah.
Oh, that's a crazy story.
Frank Prell.
Raising a glass to the Browns age vintners who domesticated the grape 3,200 years ago.
Cool.
That's kind of nice.
Women everywhere thank him.
What's up?
Women everywhere thank him.
This rare trained muscle is recognized worldwide as a marker for human health and the test for living to 100. Now we get that. Okay,
What muscle?
We got to figure this one out.
We're going to take a guess?
Yeah, go ahead. Give me a shot.
Your tongue.
Pat?
I'm just taken aback by that answer.
I had no. It's got to be
Chris
something.
McGraw's got it on his mind today. Steve Anderson over here.
Caught me off guard on that one.
You gotta have. It's gotta be some weird ass muscle.
I'm gonna go with the old hamstring here.
Grip strength.
Okay.
Turns out that the best, one of the best, is grip strength. It's a relatively underdeveloped area of conditioning, is increasingly recognized as one of the most reliable markers of human health.
Nice. Okay.
So if you're in a bitch, you can grab some stuff. All right. Let's see here. Where are we going?
Gotta get those grip exercises, Chris.
A exceptionally well-preserved remains of a 5,000-year-old woman from an elite coastal culture found in Peru. Wow, she does look. I mean,
Did the Pope best her when he's down there?
Hey, calm down there. You don't talk bad about the Pope now, man.
oh, this is kind of nice. How a gift from Pope Francis inspired a restaurant owner to feed the hungry for years. That's nice.
That is nice.
Me and Chris went for quite a long run today, but it was on the we ran on the river, and it was super nice to see volunteers clean up the
Yeah, we were running along the Chicago River there over on that goes up into Skokie and everything like there.
Yeah, the other trail over there.
Yeah.
By the sculpture park.
Fucking miserable.
All right, here, let's see here. This is kind of nice. Giant mystical eagle thought to be extinct in Mexico reappears, marking landmark moment for conservationists.
Hell yes.
Cool.
Trying to make something better.
Love that animals are making a comeback.
Is it the bald eagle down there?
No, like
It's a Mexican golden eagle, Bo.
The American eagles go down there and dominate.
No, we're changing all
the best eagle.
We're changing
They
all.
put that shit through the. Oh my god! If I would love to be the next president. I mean, coming in and like, get in the first day, be like, hey, we're reversing all that crazy fucking bullshit.
It's no longer the Burmese python; it's the American python.
First,
Hulk Hogan is the American python.
this is crazy. First, so gene therapy is going to be huge one day. Also, they think gene therapy could if you want to be like a tall, 6'7", 160, they think they can manipulate your genes into transforming.
Aren't they? They're like they can manipulate.
A little late in the one for that one.
They can manipulate.
Like now, they could do it. Is what they're saying.
So I can be taller. I don't want to be. I just want to be like 6 foot. That's all I wanted.
Yeah, I don't know if I would want to be much taller. To be
all I
honest
wanted
with
to
you.
be
Hey
was
boys, you don't want to be any taller than you don't want to be my height.
No, I think 6 foot's like a perfect height. If I would have grown like 3 more inches, that'd have been great. 4 inches.
First patient to receive gene therapy cure for this disease is now living pain free.
Nice.
It's called CRISPR, and I'm telling you, it's gonna be it's crazy.
be huge.
Huge.
Huge. Two
Except
rare.
it's on national, so Trump's gonna kill it.
Oh, this is cute. 2 rare albino deer spotted together in Iowa like a pair of unicorns.
That's kind of cool.
All right, let's get the last one here. Let's see if we can get a good one. Pollen replacement food for honeybees brings new hope for struggling colonies and the crops they support.
Hell yes, we're bringing back honeybees. Fucking love it. They're like a dying breed.
It's very scary.
Yeah.
Very scary.
Because they're worried about the fact that they won't be able. There's going to be no honeybees around to pollinate stuff.
Yes,
and,
that's
make
huge.
crops. Yeah, it's huge.
The other thing though is if you can. So I talked to James Ritchie about this. You can start colonies. The problem is they just. It's not like a domesticated
Katrina grows like the plants for bees in our yard.
Yeah, but
it's like
if you can build colonies, you can rent them out to farms.
It is hard to sustain those colonies, though.
It's almost impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, boys. I guess that's that's a podcast.
Yes, that is.
That's a podcast.
That's a bull ride.
That's a bull ride.
It's a bull ride.
We got a lot. Hey, we got some celebrations to do. We got Big Mike's 70th. We got
We got Ron Davis' 70th.
Ron Davis' 70th.
Yeah.
Congratulations to the Mr. and Mrs. Davis.
The Mr. and Mrs. Davis over here.
Tremendous.
What a couple.
It's funny. Me and Chris were busting Lauren's balls. I'm like, listen, Lauren, you haven't earned the McGraw last name yet. You haven't drinking Coors Light to the sun comes up. Like you're Davis.
She's like, I'm good being a Davis.
You're always going to be a Davis. Why would you come down in the alphabet?
Yeah. Why would you lower yourself to this level?
She wants to maybe do a hyphenate. I'm like, don't do that. Just stay a Davis.
I want Patrick. I want Patrick Lynch to go from Patrick Lynch to Patrick Lynch.
My favorite thing
Mayor.
with Katrina is like, and all the things her family puts her like either like Mayor Lynch or she gets things like Lynch. Like, it's not my name.
Oh yeah.
her own family is doing which really cracked me up when they started doing it.
Do they do
They do like hyphenation ones on it.
All I know is that they have like a wedding album from their wedding, and my envelope from my card
it says Mr. and Mrs.
Mayor.
He did the same with yours.
Huh?
Yeah, I did. I did Mr. and Mrs. Davis. He knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Chris is what he wrote in there.
I wrote in my card was great. It's like, hopefully this helps with some of the damage, or at least you can invest this money in some of Max's crazy stock ideas.
I just wrote the check on mine. I have no idea what the card even looked like.
Lauren giggled, and I thought that was nice, and it was too much. It was too much of a gift. Yeah. It's been a wild week. It was nice to kind of get a breather. Hopefully you got a little bit of some. I know that you were saying that week was kind of tough for you, but
all the work I didn't do on Friday, I had to do on Monday.
Yeah, hopefully.
And then all the work I didn't do on Monday, I did Tuesday. All the work I did Tuesday, I did Wednesday.
Can I say this, Pat? I get why you do Mondays at home, though. That is a goddamn godsend.
Yeah, I would have. I mean, when I saw Chris was off Monday, I'm like, yeah, that'd have been nice. That'd have been really nice.
Well, no, I was doing some.
I'm saying, but like I'm sure you were like,
and I'm not.
Slow.
I'm in the fucking
slow. steady.
Yeah, I'm getting hit.
ripping.
I'm getting hit like a fucking like dodging. You know,
Yeah,
bullets
you're dodging bullets like.
But
if
also,
this was like tax
you
season,
probably
yeah.
get up like not when you want, but like a little bit later. You get to like you can work. Like it's so much better working at home.
Yeah, I woke up
like,
at 7:30 on Monday.
yeah,
And then I got in a scroll down to bed.
Yeah.
Rather than work at the office.
and just walk down the office. Probably got your tea, your whatever you drink in the morning. It's such a more. And
He
that's
drinks
such a better way.
urine. He drinks urine because he likes the taste and
And
it's sterile.
Sterile, important part.
And on that beautiful note, ladies and gentlemen, hit me with that like, subscribe, comment. Get us in the algorithm. Talk about Joe's feet on episode 239.
Send Pat an
If
email.
we get enough talks about Joe's feet, maybe we'll bring him back next
Send
week.
Pat an email about how good he looked at Pierre's wedding last week.
Oh my God, you boys! That's the other thing about that. Like everything was great. How good those suits looked on you boys. My dad. We should have bought that suit for my dad.
Oh, Big Mike looking like a fucking stud.
Absolute
We could have
dog.
rented him out for the whole entire weekend, Pat.
And on that beautiful note, ladies and gentlemen, have a great weekend.
Danny Hamilton, we'll see you soon. Happy birthday. Bye.